All right, bro, so you want to take HGH, aka growth hormone. This is an amazing compound to take during a recomp, or if you're trying to pack a shit ton of size, okay? It has the most use cases that you can possibly think of in bodybuilding. It is absolutely a staple to any blast I take, even a cruise. You can take it year round. I'll go to all the pros and cons in this video, breaking it down from A to Z for you, okay? It is definitely an amazing compound that can be deployed for amazing benefits for specific use cases. So stick around if you want to learn more about HGH. Now to start off, what is HGH or growth hormone? This is a peptide hormone. This is not an anabolic steroid. So keep that in mind. It's not going to fuck with your hormones, your E2, prolactin, LH, and FSH. It will not fuck with your hormones. It is a peptide, but it has very similar properties to an anabolic steroid. It is a 191 amino acid chain. So this compound was originally made to help with growth deficiency, kids with growth deficiency, adults with growth deficiency. Okay, it's still prescribed to this day. You can get it in a lot of fucking anti-aging clinics. You'll see it everywhere. If you go to any anti-aging clinic, they hand this shit out to you like candy, very similar to Test when it comes to TRT clinics. So I love the compound for that reason. It was made for humans, literally made to help people with growth deficiencies. It was also used in some point to help with pituitary damage in adults and IGF-1 deficiency. So overall, the compound's literally made for you to grow. So amazing fucking compound in my eyes. For that reason alone, when it comes to risk factor, I always look to see whether the compound is used in a human context or for a veterinary context. If it was used for animals first, I'm going to be a lot more weary taking the compound. I'm going to do a lot more fucking research because this compound wasn't made for me. Okay, I'm a fucking human. If you're watching this, you should be a human too. It's not like a cow's watching this fucking video. So you have to always be looking at what the compound was made for when you're assessing risk factor for the compound. This compound, GH, was made for humans. Amazing benefit for this compound and a pro in my eyes. The main context you take this for in bodybuilding is going to be year-round fat loss. Amazing for recomps. It's going to keep you lean, but it will also keep you full at the same time. All right, it's one of the best fucking recomp compounds you can possibly take when it comes to sides and also when it comes to the benefits. So again, water bloat will completely wipe off your frame along with that excess fat, boost metabolism. It is going to get this shit off your frame. Not fast, which I'll go to in a bit. This is a longer lasting compound that you have to go into with the mindset that it's going to take a while. You don't take this for a month and expect crazy results. It's one of those compounds that you take for like half a year straight. And that's when you see amazing, amazing benefits that stick. But it's not like Tren, it's not like Anadrol, where the changes are going to happen within like a week or two. It is not like that. It is a long, slow and steady compound. But if you can be patient, the results are absolutely superior to any other compound you can take while keeping sides at a very minimal level. Compound's also great for skin, hair, and joint benefits. So in bodybuilding, okay, you're gonna see a lot of times if a person is in a deficit or they're taking a shred, stack, mass, Winnie, whatever the fuck, it's gonna dry out their joints. Skin quality will go down. The higher the androgenicity load, the worse your skin quality is gonna fucking get. You can run into male pattern baldness very easily taking compounds like this in an anabolic androgenic standpoint when you're taking an actual cycle. Growth can combat a lot of this, okay? It can help thicken the hair. It can help improve skin quality. A lot of people, okay, they'll say your skin's fucking glowing taking growth because it will increase your skin quality, collagen production, okay? It's going to help with all of this shit and joints will feel immaculate. When you're in a deficit, when you're getting dried out, joints can take a hit. Your joints can hurt. You don't want to have fucked up joints when you're trying to lift heavy because that's a recipe for disaster and it's just going to feel like shit. You don't want to feel like shit. So this will help with that. It's also used at a high level when you're in Olympia, IPB Pro, Caliber, at the open level, the top fucking tier. You see the freaks on stage, okay? This is that compound that they're stacking on top of their anabolic blast. You can get amazing fucking benefits when it comes to massive muscle growth at very abusive high doses taking this, and that's why it's a staple for high level competitors, Olympia caliber competitors, IBB pros. Okay, a lot of them, 99% will be taking a high dose of growth stacked on top of insulin at the very high level. Now, touching on this point, I don't think you should ever take insulin. Okay, horrific compound, very dangerous. there's so much potential to run into a catastrophe early taking this. I've had clients in the past come to me at a high level. They're like, hey bro, I'm going to be taking growth insulin. I need your help with this. I'm like, okay, you came to the wrong person, because I'm not going to aid with you hopping on insulin. Okay. Insulin, I've seen too many horror stories. I've known people that have run into massive catastrophes, landing in the ER. A lot of people have croaked early taking this. The mass majority of people that end up croaking early and land in a grave when bodybuilding are people that are taking growth on top of insulin. The growth isn't the problem with this shit. It is the insulin. Do not take insulin if you're a recreational user, or even if you're a high level competitor. I would think twice. If your coach is getting you on Slin, just fucking ask him why. Okay. Of course, you're going to get some solid benefits. If you're really willing to do whatever it takes to get a crazy physique, then take the insulin by all means. Okay. But if you are trying to actually live to see the light of day, you want to have a family, okay? You want to help your fucking kids grow. You don't want to be that one guy that ended up croaking early. Now you can't take care of your goddamn kids, okay? Then don't take insulin. It's not worth it, okay? So that's my 2 cents on that. I had to give that warning because you'll see a lot of people say, hey bro, stack insulin on top of the growth. You're going to see amazing fucking results. Do not listen to these motherfuckers, okay? This is how you croak early. But besides that point, here's the typical dosing that you'll take growth for. Anywhere from 2 to 4 IU a day is an amazing recreational dose if you're new, or even intermediate if you're going to take it for a long period of time. 2 to 4 IU is perfect for the anti-aging benefits, for lean mass accrual, for the fat loss. You'll see amazing results at this dose. Now, if you're at that fucking high level, I've seen guys take upwards of 10, 15, 20, 25. I've even seen people take 30 IU a day of this. That is a very abusive dose, and you should never take anywhere near this dose. Even 10 is a lot, okay? And you will start seeing changes almost immediately, okay? Every single day you look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna see changes happening to your body. But at a safe dose for longevity, because this channel is meant for health first, 2 to 4 IU a day is absolutely perfect. Now, there's a lot of different dosing protocols that you can take when you are dosing out your GH daily. Okay, a lot of people take it first thing in the morning. Okay, they'll dose it out. They're taking 4 IU a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Okay, 6 IU a day, 2 in the morning, 2 pre-workout, 2 after, 2 post-workout, even whatever the fuck your protocol is, and 2 at night. Okay, whatever it is, there's a lot of use cases for deploying it at specific periods of time at a pro level. But if you are just recreational, it doesn't matter. Just get it in your system daily and you're going to be good. Whether it's first thing in the morning, first thing at night, just get in the habit of doing it consistently at that same time daily and you're going to be good. Now, when it comes to time duration, okay, like I mentioned earlier, this is a longer lasting compound. You take it for a longer period of time, and that is a staple for what you want to do when deploying this. You're not taking this for a week only. You're not taking it even for a month or 2 only. This is a compound that you have to go in with the mindset that you're going to be on it for at least half a year to a year to even 2. Okay, that's when you see amazing results taking growth. You can't just go in saying, okay, I'm gonna get a fucking a pack of 10 IU vials, okay, 10 IU vials, and that's all I'm gonna run and I'm gonna see amazing results. That is not how this works. You have to go in with the mindset that this is a long-term thing. Half a year to a year, that is the general time frame you'd run it for to see good results, taking 2 to 4 IU daily. All right, so don't go in with the mindset that this is a quick compound for a fast transformation. Unless you're taking very high doses at like 10 to 20 IU a day, you're not going to see quick results. This is not a compound for quick results. It is a compound for long lasting results over the long term. Now let's hop into the pros. Okay, fat is going to shred off your body along with water weight. Okay, at low doses, 2 to 4 IU a day. It's an amazing benefit taking the compound. Your love handles and belly fat will go first. The rest will definitely start shredding, but if you have love handles, if you're struggling with belly fat, this compound's going to attack those areas first typically, okay? This is what I've seen with my clients, with myself. This shit goes first and then the rest starts shredding off. You get leaner as time progresses, assuming the fact you're sticking to your deficit when it comes to calories. Diet and training comes first. Diet specifically when trying to shred. Don't expect to eat 50 fucking double doubles and goddamn Big Macs all day and expect to lose fat. You're not going to. You have to be in a deficit, and you take this on top of a deficit, you're going to see great results, starting with your love handles and your belly fat first. You're also going to add a lot of lean muscle accrual over time without the androgenicity, without the risk of shutdown. Again, this is not an anabolic androgenic steroid. This is a peptide. So you're not going to run into shutdown. You're not going to run into androgenicity, male pattern baldness. You're not going to run into this. It actually is going to help thicken the hair, which I'll go into in a second here. You will improve your insulin sensitivity taking this compound at low doses. Specifically, I'm going to break this down in the sides on why I can do the exact opposite when taken at abusive doses. But if you are taking this at low doses, it actually can improve insulin sensitivity, which is another solid pro. You will also get that full but shredded 3D look taking growth. Okay, it is going to add that intramuscular water weight, but you will be shredding. You're going to get that fat loss. Okay, so you can get that full shredded look. Amazing for preps when you're in the contest prep stage, when you're trying to shred to hop on stage. It can give you that amazing full but shredded look, which is a solid pro taking growth. However, this does bring me into the sides, so you definitely can run into water retention, bloating, carpal tunnel, okay, numbness of the hands. This happens when you're taking abusive doses or you're sensitive to the compound, even at mild doses. However, if you're taking the shit at very low doses, like 2 IU a day, you're not going to run into this. But if you're taking it at 8 to 10 IU a day, this is a very common side and con that you should be wary of, okay? So a lot of people take it for the fat loss to reduce the water retention, but if you take it at high doses, again, it has the complete opposite effect. So be mindful of this. You don't want to be a bloated up fucking whale. And a lot of the times you'll see guys talk about the numbness of their hands. They'll have pins and needles 24/7. I've run into it. A lot of my high level clients before they started working with me ran into this. It's very common, right? You'll feel like your hands will look like they're edemaed up. They're going to look very fucking bloaty. And in some cases they'll feel numb. You won't feel them, or you're just going to have pins and needles 24/7 in your hands. It is not a good feeling. So keep that in mind. This is another shitty side if you're going to take it at the pro level. In extreme use cases, you can run into Palumboism. What is that? Coined after Dave Palumbo, the gut growth, okay? When you see these high level competitors on stage, a lot of the times their guts are going to be extended, right? It's a shitty look. You don't want to look like you have a bit, you're fucking pregnant as a male on stage, okay? You don't want to have this look, but the reason it happens is because growth will cause your gut to grow, okay? It's going to cause everything to grow. It was used originally to help with growth deficiency. That's not just in reference to your muscle, it's in reference to everything. Your organs are going to grow, taking the compound, your hands, your legs, your feet, your head, your nose, your ears, everything's going to grow taking this compound. So if you're taking it in very abusive doses, expect your organs to grow, specifically your gut, and you'll have that pregnant look. You don't want to run into this, okay? So keep that in mind. This is a massive side when taken in very high doses. Now, going back to the insulin part of this. So as I mentioned, at very low doses, it can actually improve insulin sensitivity, but at very high doses, it can cause insulin resistance. So this is something that you have to be very mindful of. As I mentioned prior with the whole insulin bullshit, okay? A lot of guys, because of the insulin resistance, will start hopping on fucking insulin while taking growth when they don't need to. You're not diabetic, you don't need fucking insulin. If you're getting insulin resistance, just lower the goddamn dose or come off. Like, it's that simple. Don't be so tunnel vision that you have to keep taking it at high doses because you see the gains coming in. Okay, I know it's difficult, but it's not worth the health risk and the early trip to the grave. It's fucking not worth it, bro. So if you're running into insulin resistance, just lower the dose and you're going to be good. This is a con because it will definitely arise taking very high doses of this shit for a prolonged period of time. Now, another couple cons here is going to be the price. And also, if you're getting it underground, it's widely faked. So when it comes to price, okay, if you're getting it underground, expect to pay anywhere from like $200 to $300 for 10 IU vials, a very typical market range for the compound. If you're taking it at 4 IUs a day, okay, that's already a vial gone in basically 2.5 days. So in roughly 24, 25 days, you're out $200, $300. So if you're taking it at low doses, it's doable, okay? Just factor in like $300-$400 a month. But if you're taking it at pharma grade levels for this shit, okay, it's gonna be a lot more expensive. Anywhere from $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month for pharma grade GH is a very typical rate that you'll pay. So unless you have money to burn, you're not getting pharma grade, okay? And even with underground, it's gonna be an additional cost on top of your actual anabolics cycle, if you're taking a steroid cycle, okay, it's going to be an additional cost on top of that. Now, going to the underground market for this shit, 90% of it is fake. So if you don't have a legit vetted source, don't even consider taking the compound, okay? Because a lot of the time, they're literally just going to put some random white powder. It could be creatine for all you know that they're putting in the goddamn peptide vial. Okay, and they're not going to tell you it's real. A lot of it is low dose. A lot of it is not even fucking real, because they know 99% of people buying are not going to get it tested. They're not going to send it off to Janoschik. That is a massive inconvenience. Okay, it's going to cost a lot of money to test it. They know this, so they can get away with faking it. You just have to make sure your source is real. If you have a legit source, cool. If you don't know, vet it. Make sure it is. And if it's sketchy, just don't get growth at all. Okay, don't get growth through the goddamn source. It is not going to be worth getting fake shit, getting contaminated stuff, or just getting low dose stuff. It's not worth the money, okay? So just keep that in mind as well. That is a massive con with growth. Now, who's this compound best for, okay? For people that are 30 plus, they want to look 10 years younger, okay? That's why they prescribe it at anti-aging clinics. It will give you that amazing rejuvenation effect, anti-aging benefits. If you want to look younger and you're older, this compound's for you. If you want fat loss year round without the risk of suppressive shutdown or without the risk of any type of hormone related sides, this compound's for you. Even if you're at a extreme pro level, an Olympia caliber IBB pro level competitor, and you're trying to get massive amounts of size, if you're competing in that open category, okay, this compound's going to be for you. But that comes with its own array of sides, which I mentioned, but it is definitely a very solid use case if you're at that pro level. Also, if you're trying to recover from an injury on top of your base peptide stack, whatever you're taking, if you're trying to recover quick, chances are you're taking a stack like a BBC TB combo or anything like this related to a peptide healing stack. Adding growth on top of that is amazing, okay, for those increased healing benefits. So if you have an injury, you're trying to recover a little quicker, growth is going to be the option for you. It's an amazing use case for this compound. So overall, I think that if you take this in low doses, okay, and you go in with the mindset that you're going to take it for a longer period of time as opposed to trend where it's going to happen quick, you're going to see results fast, go in with the mindset that it's not going to happen quick, okay? It is a long marathon as opposed to a sprint. But when you see results, they're going to stick and they're there for the long run. Okay. If you go in with that mindset, you'll be at an amazing point with this, with your physique. And overall, you're not going to have a letdown taking it. If you want the anti-aging benefits, amazing fucking choice. This is definitely a staple for any blast or cruise I run. Specifically because the sides are so low at low doses. Okay. And it actually is going to help with a lot of cons from anabolic blasts. So overall, amazing fucking choice, okay? If you have the budget, take it. If you have a good source, go for it, bro. It's amazing, amazing fucking choice, and I would definitely recommend taking it. Now, if you guys liked, like and subscribe. Whatever compound you want me to go over next, drop it in the comments. I will film that shit soon, drop it ASAP. See you guys in the next one. Peace.